I put up a tech video last night. I don't know how many of you have watched it yet, but there was a bit of noise right near the beginning of the video, and I actually put some text in to tell you that basically it was a hail, just a short spell of hail had come down, and you could hear it over the video. Oh, that low summer sun. Although it's nice to see the sun, because earlier it was just nasty and grey. It really wasn't nice at all. Yesterday actually started out very nice and then just turned to horrible. So anyway, I've just dropped the granddaughter off. We had her, just the youngest one. I mean, she's only, she's 6.5, 7 months. So yeah, that's been. I think she's an very easy-going baby, to be honest. No trouble with her at all, you know. And she's so free with her smile. She's lovely. But yeah, so I'm just on my way to the dreaded Tesco's right now, as usual. Just got a few bits to pick up, and then I believe I'm picking up my youngest son, should I say, and taking him back home with me. So I've never left any breathing room to do stuff. That's the trouble. So yeah, all good fun. What's that? Yeah, washers. I need some fluid in me screen wash. So let's see. Washer fluid. Yes, all right. I know. But yeah, I had a. Oh, what was it? Monday. That one's saying service now. Oh. It's a never-ending need for money with a car. If you're going to get a car, just be sure you've got the money to look after it and keep it running. So yeah, Monday was delivery day for me. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was, because I went down to where was it? Scunthorpe. Yeah, I did Hull and Scunthorpe. I think it was Monday anyway. And I got that done. Went down in a van, and then I called in on the way back, where I've always said about maybe using a drone. And I don't know if it's going to be a no-fly zone, but I'm going to have to check into that as to whether I'll actually be able to fly a drone there. But anyway, my son's coming, so I'm going to disappear. Right, let's just get me. It's a bit better. It's going to be a bit washed though. It's just sun. Low winter sun, isn't it? Comes right through the window at you. I'm in a state at the minute. I've got stuff everywhere because I'm just sort of doing all the preparation for tea, and I'm sort of running a little bit late. Just got my oven on, bit of pork's ready, all salted and what have you, ready to go in. And the dogs are whining at me because I haven't actually chopped the veg yet. And they want the carrot. Where's she gone? Just you? What are you doing? Eh? What's up, Fred? Oh dear me. I'm gonna have to move this somewhere else, I think. So anyway, let me just move this because it's annoying me now. Right, that's a bit better. Yeah, going to be trying something else at the minute. What it is, it's I've been sent something in for review, which typical. Sun's just gone in, and I've sort of had a quick play around with it, but I'm going to be using it for the vlog footage. And it's quite dear for what it is, I think, but it is like 32 gigabyte. It's one of them USB. You've got a little lightning plug there, and that of course will split down into micro USB and standard USB 3. And from what I've tried so far, it seems alright. And I just thought, well, it means that I can still be vlogging while that has got footage on and be moved across to the Mac, rather than having to plug my phone in and then want to vlog, and I can't because my phone's plugged into the Mac. So I thought that's what I could really sort of like push it to the limits on, you know, and see how fast it transfers the footage. I mean, I've only transferred like small little bits of video at the minute, and it seems to do alright. I mean, you know, it's not going to be blazing fast, but it seems pretty fast for what it is, really. Fred, I'm going to cut you the code. So I've got a major clean up to do now. You want to see the place. I've got plates all over here. Still got a lot of stuff on there. And the dishwasher hasn't even gone on yet. So, but anyway, what did we have? We had pork, roast potatoes. Yeah, and potatoes are nice. Yorkshire puddings and all the usual veg, you know, carrots, cabbage, all that sort of stuff. So it seems to have gone down quite well, really. That is loud. That's better. Some people just like TV so loud, and it is just ridiculous. It burns my ear holes out sometimes, especially if I'm trying to do something like edit or something like that, and I'm like, why do you need it so loud? Oh dear. Yeah, it's I don't like these dark nights as much. Shortens the day right down, doesn't it? All because they want that slightly lighter morning. That's all it's about at the end of the day. I mean, I don't understand why we don't just go over to European time. I mean, you know, we're supposedly well. now Brexit's back in a mess again, isn't it? I see the pound took a bit of an increase because of that. I don't see Apple's prices dropping, do you? But the price went up in America as well, so, you know, you can't blame it all on Brexit. But, yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like it. It makes your day so short, and then you don't even notice that you're sitting around longer on a night, so the days just become so short in general, and you just don't get as much done. You know, it's not nice. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I've got to clean up and what have you, and I'm going to have a brew, I think. And so that little device, it's working quite well so far. It just transferred. What did I transfer? Let's think. I transferred 4 little clips of footage. One was a time-lapse, which obviously squeezes down to, might have taken 6-7 minutes to film it, but it comes down to only a few sort of seconds. I don't know, about 10-15 seconds, something like that. I think it was in the end. And I transferred that, and look at me talking in the car. And there was another 2 clips, I think. Sounded like a late firework. And it transferred that in less than a minute. You know, it was just seconds. So, you know, it's pretty good actually. It's faster than I thought it would be. So, you know, remember my Mac isn't USB 3, it is USB 2. Yeah, somebody's setting a few fireworks off. There was a lot of banging going on out there last night. The dogs took it well though, actually. Most years they've kicked off a lot of the times of fireworks, but they've been okay this year. I know there was a big display on at Driffield, and I think they were having to time when to release the fireworks, because obviously it's a big display and you don't want it all getting wet, because of course the weather has just been horrendous. Yesterday it would just chuck it down then stop, chuck it down then stop, and it was just, but I think it all went down well anyway, which is the main thing. We didn't go anywhere. It was just, I mean, there's only me and the wife. It's difficult for the wife. She hates being out in the cold, you know. Well, I mean, you can understand it. She just sits in a wheelchair anyway, so you're not exactly going to be able to keep yourself very warm, are you? You know, she has to get well wrapped up and that, and she just doesn't really enjoy it. That's why some years we had the fireworks here in our backyard, and I'm glad they didn't go for that this year because yeah, it had been a bit of a washout. It was rather wet on and off. But like I said, we've had some hailstones, and it's, I mean, sort of like around, it's like when I was in the car earlier, we were 7 degrees Celsius, which you've only got to go back 2 weeks, and it was, you were near a sort of like, you were above 10, you were like 14 degrees, you know, and it was literally, after the weekend, it just dropped, just a sharp drop. And we've had the gritters out 1 or 2 times, but I've not come across anything seriously slippery or anything yet. Apparently there was a car set on fire in Driffield yesterday tea time, which had all the fire service there and everything. I don't know whether it was a stray firework or what really, because of where it was, and there's actually some old shrubs and what have you kicking around, so it's possible that it was a stray firework and set one of the shrubs on fire and then set a car on fire. But I think it's more likely that they've just been idiots, basically, doing something like sticking a rocket up the exhaust pipe or something like that. But yeah, so a few going off. Trouble is, we've got a lot of teenage kids in this village, and of course they love getting their hands on such things, don't they? Who's that? Well, it's just a new Twitter follower. For some reason, it's probably something to do with me clicking the like button on some of Dave Cryer's videos, Geekanoids, because it's like men's style and stuff like that. It's either that or they want me to start doing videos on clothing, I don't know. I'm not sure whether I could be bothered to do that. I'm not one of these guys that's constantly changing. I don't know, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I've got a couple of nice suits, but I'm the kind of person that I don't wear them every day or anything like that. I use them for weddings and a funeral, that's it. You know, a function, if there was a slightly more formal birthday party or something like that, you know, if it was going to be somewhere nice, yeah, then I wear the suit for things like that, but that's it. You know, I'm just not that kind of a person. I'm much more of a, you know, I get out and I open a drawer and I put on jeans and a t-shirt, and even through the winter, that's how I tend to be. You know, if I'm going on a lot of outdoors stuff like I used to, then I would put like, you know, proper outdoor clothing on, like base layers and stuff like that. I think I've still got a few of them kicking around, but I haven't used them in years, you know. You know, nowadays it's just a case of I have a good quality crag hopper jacket. It's one of those 2-part ones with a fleece liner and what have you, and I use that for bad weather, and that's it. I mean, it's like I've still got my old rucksack from, it's a proper, I mean, it's more of a weekender for like those that want to, you know, go proper sort of camping on a shoestring sort of thing. It's a Carrymore 25 litre lightweight, you know, it's one of them with no padding, so you form your own padding out of the soft things that you're putting in it sort of thing. You know, it's not even waterproof. You used to use your bivvy bag, you know, for if you got stranded somewhere, you'd have a big bivvy bag that you could get inside to stay warm, and I'd use that as the liner to put everything in. So, yeah, when I went like walking in the lakes, or even on some of my weekend mountain bike rides, that was how I did it, sort of thing, you know. And I also had like a pouch down the side of it to take a hydration pack and what have you. But yeah, those days are pretty much gone, I think. Sometimes I think I'd like to get back to them, but it's too awkward. It doesn't fit in with the way my life runs anymore, really, which is a shame. You know, because I was, you know, throughout my sort of 30s, I was actually quite a physically fit guy. I'm nowhere near that anymore. You know what? This room really is turning into a dumping ground. You know, because the wife's doing stuff like Christmas shopping and stuff like that. I should have put this on the other tripod really, because that one's as tall enough to get me in shot stood up. But it's just a nightmare. I've still got some bits and stuff that need reviewing, but the bed's not even made at the minute. I don't know why. It's quite sort of insane really. But you can see I've got some bits and pieces on there. Some of it's already reviewed. Those all that in there sort of finished. I've got some bits here that I'm still on with and what have you. Some bits over on the table there as well. That's God, what is that? Oh yeah, it's a VR headset. It's quite a nice one actually. Still got to finish my review on those as well. That's the, if you remember, that was the original ones, and that's the new ones. So they're quite cool. But yeah, it's got my lights on at the minute. Just thought I'd sort of light it up a bit for you. You can see my thing here. There's my old AR drone there, and I've got that tape measure. That's about the heaviest thing up there, holding stuff up. And that's all just like boxes. It's all quite lightweight stuff, and it's just that's why it keeps falling down. But they also quite often will open one of the cupboard doors to put something in, and they don't bother putting it back up because they're not tall enough to do it, so they just leave it for me. Like, but yeah, it's quite crazy just how messy this room's getting. I think what I really need is for my son to stop coming as often, and then I'll have a room spare. Well, depends on how I can sort of swing it with the missus. It'd just be nice if I could have one of the smaller rooms where, it'd just be nice if there was like an end of it cleared out that was never, ever filled up with rubbish. And it would just mean that I don't have to constantly take my stuff up and down. You know, it's like when we have guests here, use this room. I've got all this to sort of move and make room for them and what have you. It's just, and then setting it all back up, and then they wonder why sometimes it's like, we'll go and do some reviews. It's like, yeah, but it's going to take me half an hour just to set the room back up, you know, and I ain't got that much time spare to get on with it. So that's what does me head in sometimes. But yeah, it's all a work in progress, isn't it? But yeah, my camera's still set up there, but I've noticed I'm starting to get some problems with this. Some of that footage I've transferred, and I've checked it on the phone as well, and there's a bit of black screen in there, and I don't know if it's going to come out on the export, so I'm not sure about that. But yeah, it's just a short frame of black screen. Well, it'd be more than one frame, like. But so you'll see that earlier on in this vlog, and if you've got to this part of the vlog, there won't be a question underneath saying, "Oh, you had a black frame there," but we'll see about that. Oh dear. But yeah, these. So that's the thing, you see. I mean, I could do with probably some better lights eventually, but I'm okay with these. They do what I want. They're, I mean, these were just a cheap set. I think I bought them with my first ever AdSense money, and I got them off Amazon. I think it was about, I can't remember if it was about £25 or £30, something like that for the pair, and they're okay, and I've still got, what I do is in my list, I've still got parts that I know I'll probably need in the future. So like I've got like a pair of the bulbs in the list. You get two for, can't remember how much they are now, but they're a nice bright sort of bulb that give off a good light sort of thing. In fact, I've just blinded myself looking at that one. But yeah, it's like I say, it's all a work in progress. Still, that drone, I might repair that, and well, when I say repair, I've only got to repair that bit that the grandson broke off. I mean, he's got a pair of drones of his own actually, that I'm not sure whether he uses them or not, because I mean, if he's not going to want that, then I may as well sell it. I know you don't get much for the AR1 now, you only get about 30 quid, something like that for it. You know, you see people put them on for 60 quid, you know, I buy it now, but they don't sell. You know, people just don't want them. They want at least sort of like the AR2, or they're moving on up to like the Bebop drone after that, aren't they? In fact, Bebop 2's out now as well. So, you know, I think the Bebop 2 comes with some first-person view goggles as well. I think. I can't remember. Should have to wait and see. I know plenty more people are now getting their Mavics through the post, which is good to see. Stop them from bloody whinging under all the DJI's posts. But yeah, it's been strange at work, because it went from sort of, we had that busy period last week while the son-in-law was off, and then it sort of quietened off again. But we've got plenty of work in. We're just waiting for stock again, which is doing my absolute skull in. You know, you scrape around and get bits done, and then you're just waiting for the stock to finish off. I know there's a few bits of delivering to do around Hull and what have you, and then it won't be this coming week, I think it's the week after. There'll be another big run out to Scunthorpe, but they've got about, I think they've got about 20 odd orders on that list, so that'll have to be a van again, I think. So yeah, it's all good fun. What is that? I've got some, ouch, something was stuck to my arm hair there. But yeah, so anyway guys, yeah, that's another 6-7 minutes, so I'm going to get off now, let you all have some peace. But I do hope you all have enjoyed your weekend. I hope you have a good week ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers guys, take care.